All right. Is this? Yes, that's up. Okay. Let's see. Just waiting for some people to pop in. Hello, anyone out there? Just waiting for a few more people to pop in. Let me go over to copy. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to post to the community page that we are live now because I know sometimes YouTube trips. They don't let our fam know what's going on. So let me just post that. Community. Live now. Let's see. Image. This one. Okay, got it. Hello. How is everybody doing? What's up? Well, let's do a wellness check. How's everyone doing? Are you hanging in there? How's it going? I hope everyone's staying positive. I hope you're remaining well. Can you hear me? Can you see me? This week has probably been by far the easier week of quarantine, if you will. I guess I've just basically, it's been 4 weeks now, so I've basically just settled into the situation, wrapped my head around it, and this is just currently what it is for the moment. Keep in mind, this is just a moment. I know it is hard. Like, I'm someone who is very mentally strong, and I'm always a cheerleader, but sometimes sis cracks, I definitely have my moments, but hanging in there. State of North Carolina, we were supposed to go back to slowly opening things on the 30th. However, we got pushed out until May 8th. So we have another 2 weeks added on. And with that being said, as far as salons opening and whatnot, so the salons for the state of North Carolina are phase 2. So basically, I'm not looking at getting back into the salon until probably mid-May, beginning of June. So I've already processed it. I've got other things I'm going to be working on. I've got some stuff I'm going to be launching to you guys. I think one of them is going to be next week. So I'm set, prepared, ready for that. All things work together for the good. I know sometimes we can't always see the good, but they do. They work together for the good. Let's see. New Black Unicorn, you hanging in there. Keep hanging, girl. You got it. You got it. Everyone, make sure when you come in, you say hello. So guess what? Ordered these last Saturday, and at first they were going to be in on Wednesday, and then shipping said this coming Monday. But when I went to my door this morning, I got these. So I got the Fenty Cream Bronzer. Now, I've tried really hard not to watch too many videos because y'all know how it is sometimes when you kind of watch videos. Well, before I watch a video without the product, I sometimes can have my premeditated thoughts. Hey, Shannon. So I try not to watch too many. This is chocolate. And I must say, chocolate, when I saw it on Instagram and online, it looked cooler than what it was, but this is chocolate. And I'll give you guys a little swatch. Very smooth. That's what it looks like on my finger. Definitely going to be deep enough. Oh, hey Dawn, thanks for joining the AM fam. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're hanging in there. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick little swatch. Worst swatcher in the world. So that's chocolate. Chocolate is definitely going to be deep enough for me. So if you are a shade twin, girlfriend, we are rocking with chocolate. And then for blushes, I only purchased one. Just simply because I felt like I really truly wanted to see them in store with my own natural eye because there were a couple of shades I wasn't too sure of, but I did end up going with Cool Berry just simply because I noticed the trend for me with a lot of my blushes, they're kind of more so on the pinkier tone, and again, Cool Berry, how it looks online, I wasn't expecting it to look like this. I was truly expecting it to be a little bit lighter in tone, but that's okay. So we got Cool Berry, and I also didn't realize that Cool Berry had some shimmer in it as well. So that is what it looks like on my finger. And then I'll give you a little swatch of that as well. Not sure if you guys will be able to see it, but there's a little swatch of that. So I am going to throw on my makeup because I know you guys like it when I do like the full face. I'll get to these as soon as possible. So I'll just talk you through what I'm doing, what I'm putting on, and why. Yay, you made it. What's up? You ordered chocolate? Okay. I kind of think it's too deep for a bronzer. You know, listen. When I look at it, it looks very, very deep. However, I have a feeling once we blend it out, I don't know. Online, whenever I saw Andrea Renee, I saw Coco swatches, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And on Andrea Renee, she's like a shade lighter than me, maybe a shade or two lighter than me. It did look like a contour on her, not even gonna lie. So I was kind of thinking, I don't know, but let's go ahead and get into this. Let me get some water. You guys stay hydrated, stay on top of your health and fitness game. You know, don't let the quarantine snacks get you. It's okay to snack, just make sure we're being active and we're moving. Still staying on top of a gallon of water a day, no doubt. I walk every morning. I go for a walk every morning for about 45 minutes. Still hitting I kind of cracked down to 4 meals, but 5 to 4 meals a day. So my first train of thought when I saw these was, okay, these are creams. I'm oily. This is going to be a no-go for me. Now, I don't know yet. I haven't heard anyone mention, oh, I'm not so sure how this is going to go on oily skin. But my first thought process was, since we're dealing with creams, how I would ultimately wear these, you guys, I'm going to keep it 100. I would wear these on my bare skin. I would not wear foundation and then put these on just simply because with my skin being so oily, I live in the South, it's humid. To me, I know my face, it's just going to be a recipe for sliding around. But for today, for the sake of the video, we are going to go in with our foundation. We're going to go in with Fenty foundation because why not? This is one of my favorite foundations. I think I've got a top foundation video coming soon, updated version, so be on the lookout for that. This is my 3rd bottle that I've purchased of Fenty, and I either do shade 400, which is what this one is right now, and then in the summertime, shade 420. Speaking of shade 420, well, 420, I was going to purchase the Melt Cosmetics 420 palette. I've never tried anything from Melt Cosmetics, and I've always wanted to, so I don't know what Melt did. Again, I've never purchased anything from them before, but how they did their whole launch for that, and they didn't ask me, but it was kind of iffy. So basically, in order to even get access to the site, you had to subscribe to the newsletter because it had a password. So I'm like, all right, cool. Subscribe, waiting for the passcode, get the passcode, jump online. Like, I specifically, I just wanted the palette. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want any lipsticks. I didn't want any gel liner. I didn't want any, like, cannabis apparel, because that's just not my thing. To each their own, like, you know, whatever. I don't judge, but I'm not a cannabis user, so that wasn't anything that appealed to me. But the eyeshadow palettes, I was fine with the cannabis theme. That doesn't bother me. I love the shades of them, but they had it set up so you had to buy the bundle. I think the bundle was like $100. They didn't have it so that way you could just buy the eyeshadow palette on its own. And I was just kind of like, melt. And I was looking at the comments on one of their posts, and the comments were looking so good. I was like, Lord, why didn't Melt do that? But tried to get that one, but didn't work out for me. Have you guys purchased anything? I know, like, right now is the worst time, at least for me anyway, because I'm currently not working, and all of these sales, and I'm looking at shoes. For some reason, in the springtime, I always want to just redo my wardrobe. My winter and fall wardrobe, that seems to be fine, but every spring, that's when I get the itch, and I want to go shopping, I want to buy new clothes. Definitely need to buy some new tops, because my back gains, my back has gotten wider, and so I just kind of noticed that things are fitting a little bit snug than they used to. But I'm looking online at all these sales, and I'm like, oh, I want to buy stuff, but I can't. Don't buy too much, you guys. Oh, and I'm using my trusty Makeup Forever flat foundation brush, the 108. 108, is that 108? Yes, 108. This is the best foundation brush in the world. I'm also curious to see how these cream products lay down over this foundation, because this is a very matte foundation. I have tried the other one, the hydrating one, and to my surprise, it worked great on my skin. However, I wouldn't pull for that right now because it is warmer, but... And what else have I been doing? Did you eat my last bag of popcorn? Did you eat my last bag of popcorn? Are you lying? Ah, okay. I heard you. All right, cool. Had to make sure my husband didn't eat my last bag of popcorn. You know, trying to be smart about my quarantine snacking. So I've got, of course, fruit, Greek yogurt, my sugar-free Jellos, my popcorn, my Smart Pop. I love the kettle corn. So, you know, if we're going to be snacking, at least let it be low-calorie snacks. You feel me? Yes, Marie. Yes. This brush is the bomb. I do love it. All right, next up, let's throw on some concealer. I'll let you guys pick. Urban Decay Naked or Pat McGrath concealer. Whichever the first one I see is what I'm going to use. Just waiting for someone to respond. Naked, boom. All right, Shannon said naked. We're going with naked. She was the first comment. And I am in the shade 70 NY. That is a crap ton of concealer. I did not need that much. Have any of you tried the Pat concealer? If so, what were your thoughts on it? This is way too much concealer. Do not do what I just did. As you can tell, it's clearly been a minute. And I am just taking a cosmetic sponge. Y'all know that is my choice. Just because I can throw them away. Beauty blenders, I just feel like, or any type of sponge. Cleaning them, I just feel like I am not ever successful at 100% getting it clean. Ooh, that's a good question. Which concealer do you like more in terms of creasing, transfer proof, and lasting ability? All right, so that is going to be either my Urban Decay Naked. I'll do it how I do this with my clients. I always give an affordable and a high end. So for high end, Urban Decay Naked, KVD concealer, and then for affordable, the L'Oreal, the Infallible Full Wear. These three, those are my go-tos. I can wear those for work. I don't have to worry about any crazy creasing, no transfer, no settling, none of that. That was a good question. And these that I'm using, I brought the wrong ones from Ulta. I get my sponges from Ulta, and I get the Ulta brand, the jumbo sponges. I ended up getting the wrong ones, so these just, they're small, and I have to wet them with my jumbo ones. I don't ever wet them, but these are just like a weird texture and feeling. Let's see, that pat concealer doesn't last. I hear people say the coverage doesn't last. And the pat concealer, like the concealer fades. I didn't have any issues with it lasting. I just think that there are other ones that are better. Like, it's not bad. It's just, I feel like the Urban Decay is better than that one. That's just me, though. But when I wore it to work, the couple of times I did wear it to work, and I believe I worked out in it as well. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with it lasting. I just feel like the other ones are better. Wish I had anybody. What do you do? Genetics are constant. You're sweet. I'm a bikini bodybuilder. So I will say 50% genetics and 50% hard discipline work. What's your diet? So I eat about, when I'm prepping for a competition, I eat 5 to 6 meals a day, and it's just clean. So lean protein, veggies, and of course, you know, your complex carbs. So sweet potatoes, oats, white rice, things of that matter. Okay, so I did set up under my eyes. Let's, hold on. Let me throw some brows on because I can't take myself serious if I don't have brows on. Hold on. I almost went ahead and set my whole face. I'm so glad I did not do that, just out of habit. Love the UD concealer. I know, right? It's so bomb. Again, I don't know what happened. For me, the Stay Naked foundation was a flop for me. Everyone else seemed to love it, but it just didn't last long on me. But the concealer, however, different story. What's up, shoe lady? How's it going? Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend is going well. Yeah, the UD foundation was a no-go. I wish I tried. I wanted it to work for me so badly. I couldn't figure out if I was just doing something wrong, but it just, in salon, it gets really, really greasy on me. Like, I'm oily, and I'm cool with that, but it's just kind of like obnoxiously greasy. Okay, let me zoom y'all in. Let the camera refocus really fast. Hold on, I'm gonna see a square just for a second. Okay, so for this bronzer, shoot. Oh wait, hold on, I got comment. Jasmine is finally able to get Pat McGrath foundation to work on my oily skin. You did, sis, spill the tea, because that one did not seem to stand a chance on me. I purchased Fuego. Ooh. Okay, so you don't think all the Stay Naked products last at all? Huh. The old formula lasted so good, but they were too thick. Yeah, they were a little thick. I'm with you. So, had to go through my brush collection, and I feel since this is a cream product, how I'm going to go about it, I'm going to use my Real Technique stippling brush to apply this, and we're going to go ahead and get this first impression rolling, okay? So you already know it's going to be deep enough. Is it going to be too deep? And is it going to be too cool? Let's see. All right, maybe I should block some of this off on my hand here. Okay, so this is blending out pretty good. I think I started off with too much. Surprise, surprise. As far as bronze, hey Jamila, what's up? Combination of Hourglass, Mineral Veil, and Tatcha Primer combined. Set everything. Ah, okay. Well, I have neither one of those. I'm not a primer person for myself, per se. All right, what are you guys thinking? I know I got too much, so just disregard that. Does this look like a bronzer on me to you? It blends out easy, so no worries there. Oh, and I'm getting, all right, the sun wants to do some things. First impression, easy to blend. I got way too much. And it's just so hard not to apply this as if it is a straight contour, because with the bronzer powder, I would use a fluffy brush and I would just kind of swirl around. But I feel like with cream products, you have to be so strategic. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, hello, my silver fox. You think it's too cool? Let's see. Not too much, just sewing mask. Oh, Jamila, look at you sewing mask. I think it's too cool. Contour, kind of deep and cool. Yeah, hang on, guys. Let me close my window really fast. Hold on, please. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I don't think it looks very worn, to say the least. Contour, yeah, I'm getting contour vibes too. I'm getting contour vibes. The shade isn't bad, and it's just so fascinating to me because y'all know last year when I tried the powder bronzer, I was not a fan. It was too red. And so now, which I kind of figured was going to happen when I saw they were going to release the creams, I was like, okay, these are going to be like contours. So that's this side. Let me do the rest. I don't know what my hair is doing today. My hair is like, it's got a mind of its own. This is quarantine hair at its finest. And I have no issues with it going on and laying down on the foundation, which I wasn't really going to be I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Honestly, I was a little hesitant about that. Coco Naughty looks good over it. I don't have Coco Naughty, unfortunately. I returned it. But it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. It just doesn't look like a bronzer, that's all. Which I have to knock down some points for that, just simply because that is what it's marketed at. But the overall appearance of it, you guys, not mad at it. And that's the other thing too, why I don't want to say I don't think it can be done, because obviously it can be done if the undertone is right. But with a bronzer, a powder bronzer, you kind of swirl. Well, with a cream bronzer, especially if you already have any type of liquid foundation laid out on your face, let's say you have your foundation on and you try to go in and you start swirling, you're going to pick up your foundation. So that's why I chose to go in with a stippling brush, because I didn't want to disturb my foundation that I laid down. Now with the powder, once you set with your with the powder bronzer, sorry, once you already have everything set in place with your translucent powder, the case may be, it just glides on and you can swirl across your face and do your thing. So, does it look like a bronzer? No, but does it look good? Yeah, it does. Pleasantly surprised. I think tomorrow, I'm going to do my wear test tomorrow because we have Sunday dinner with the fam that we've been doing that during quarantine. We've been hanging out with fam, cooking out on Sundays, so I'm going to wear it tomorrow for family dinner, which has been the ultimate highlight of my quarantine, if I must say. So I love my husband's aunt, Chia Madalise. She's amazing. Which means I need to make sure I do my Portuguese tonight, because I've been slacking. All right, just for kicks and giggles, let's just go down the sides of my nose, shall we? Just for kicks and giggles. I'm trying to see if I can find a brush. There was totally something green on this. Hold please, I just jacked that up. Oh, no. That is no good. Hold on, guys. Let me just... Let's see, let me grab a little bit more. So this, if you are into nose contouring, I think this is great for nose contouring, because especially if you are someone who does like to use creams. I know creams on the nose, y'all, that's a whole nother ball game. That's not even something that I do, just simply because it can go left really quickly. But because this is so easy to blend out, it's doable. It is completely doable. What we think? What we think? Let's see. Yeah, it looks good, even though it's more of a contour. For sure, more of a contour. Oh, yeah, see, I'm with you. I didn't like the Huda bronzer. For me, that one, or the Tantour, that one was finicky. I felt like that one wasn't as easy to blend out. This is easy to blend out. I typically don't even recommend cream bronzers to clients, well, cream contours to clients, just simply because it could be a lot. But this is very easy to use. And also, I know it's supposed to be a bronzer, but this is the perfect contour shade, guys. That's my first impressions on it. This is a good contour shade. It's not too cool, it's not too gray, but it's not red. It's not warm at all. Let's just keep it real. It's not warm. It's definitely, I think this falls more neutral than it does warm. But again, keep in mind, it might also look slightly different on other people, just depending on their undertone. So my undertone, I have a golden undertone. My Fenty shade, 400, 420. My NARS shade is Macao. My Maybelline shade is Coconut. My matte shade is NC50. So just to kind of give you a reference of what my undertone is. I'm definitely more golden. So, all right, cool. Cool. Let's move on to the blush, shall we? But this is definitely better than the Fenty. Better than the Huda. I am pleasantly surprised. All right, now we're going to do this. I'm just taking I don't even know, this is an old Sephora angled blush brush. And this is Cool Berry. Now this, I am slightly nervous about because it seems to have a little bit of a glow factor to it. And it seems like I have to build. That's pretty. Huh. What are your thoughts, guys? Sorry, I'm just kind of looking and thinking. I like the shade. This could definitely be a cute summer moment. This is pretty. This is really pretty. And the glow that I'm seeing, it's not bad. It's way better. See, because I know sometimes, like with Fenty, with their highlighters, I'm not a highlighter person anyway, but those highlighters are so chunky. And so when I saw that this had a little bit of that, this doesn't have that chunky glitter in it, but I saw it had a glow in it. So I was just worried about how it would pop off on my skin, but this is pretty. Tomorrow I'm doing this on bare skin, but this is pretty. I can get with it. You like the, let's see. Hey Lori, what's up, girl? Hold on, I missed some comments here. Lori in the house. Y'all, if you don't follow Lori, follow Lori. She's amazing. Oh, and Lori, you're probably wondering about I already have the cream on. This will be dark enough for you. But once you blend it, you know what? I retract my statement. Maybe go a shade deeper. I retract my statement. Because with first swatch, that's what it looks like. And then once you start blending it out, so maybe go with I think it's toasted something. Let's see. I love the shade. Pretty. So far, I like the blush a lot better than the bronzer. Very pretty. Chunky indeed. Yes, it's so chunky. The blush is gorgeous on you. Thank you. I may need to try the blush. Fenty is hit or miss for me. That's fair. I feel like the only things that I have really enjoyed from Fenty are the foundation and the brow pencil. The brow pencil, I love how it goes on, blends out. My only hang up with the brow pencil is it doesn't have the traditional spoolie on the end. It's got like a paddle brush, which was kind of weird, just a learning curve. But whenever Fenty I didn't like the concealer. The concealer was weird to me. I wasn't a fan of the under eye or the powder. I don't like their highlighters. It's just too chunky. That's not my gig. I'm not into that. But so I feel you when you say it can be hit or miss. I understand. Yes, Lori. I know you. I got you, girl. Okay, so this is pretty. I was not expecting to like this. Just in the words of my mom, keeping it 100. And I like an angled brush for applying blush. That's how I apply blush on my clients. I also like an angled blush, an angled brush for contour as well. So I just feel like it just kind of rocks and hugs the cheeks really well. So whether you're trying to get right on the cheek or you can flip it this way and do your contour. Might have to bust this brush back out again. Well, I know why I stopped using it because I couldn't find it online. And that's when I switched over to the Morphe brush. That's what it was. This is pretty. Okay. All right, next up, you guys. This is where it's going to get interesting. I have to set my face. So, what I would do if I was just doing cream contour, so I'd put on my foundation, concealer, cream contour. Then what I would do is I would take my setting powder and I would set my entire face. That's all right, Candace, what's up? How's it going? I would set my entire face. And then after I set my entire face, from the foundation to the cream contour, then I would go in with a powder contour and go over it. The reason why I do it that way is just simply because I found that whenever I have my cream contour and I just kind of leave it, what's the word I'm looking for? And I just kind of leave it wet without setting it, and I go in with the powder contour to kind of set it, it gets really muddy and hard to blend out. So a little pro tip, I do this on all of my clients if I'm cream contouring. I'll cream contour, set the entire face with loose powder, mineralized skin finish, just depending on their skin type, then go over with the contour. But because we have cream blush on, because I never use cream blush, you guys, so this is a little bit of a plot twist. So let's just see. So I'm using my ABH loose powder, and honestly, the Fenty foundation is the only foundation that I could get away without setting, but that's just not realistic. If I wasn't using that foundation, I would have to set it. So let me, got way too much. So I think I'm just going to set around the blush first. Because I don't mind the glow on my cheek. I don't mind though. Now, I do have large pores and it is what it is. I don't get hung up on that anymore. And I know once my natural dew starts kicking in, it could change things, you know? But, what do you guys think so far? I think this looks really pretty, but of course, you know, I'm curious and I have to see what happens if, yes ma'am, Candace, all is well, can't complain, not going to complain because no one wants to hear it. I want to see what happens if I just lightly set this blush with some, okay, yeah, so it just took the shine all the way down. Okay. So, I feel like if I go over the blush with powder, I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose because I feel like the glow that it gives is a huge factor with the blush. What do y'all think? This side, we set the blush powder, just translucent powder, the ABH and Deep Peach, and then over here, nothing. I think it totally takes away from the look. I mean, you can see that there's a flush of color there, but it changes the appearance of it. You know what I mean? Ooh, nice. I want rosé and strawberry dip. Fuego was the orange one, right? First impressions, though, I'm impressed. I am impressed. But now, of course, we're going to play around some more. And I want to see what happens. I know you're not supposed to put cream over powder, but once you know the rules, you can break them. Let's see what happens if I throw some more of this. I like, no! That is helpful. It is helpful because I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind the meter either. This is just like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a moment, and then this is just more of a payel. So we're gonna put some more blush over, and see, this is the one thing that I don't like about cream products is if your brush sheds a little bit and the little hairs get in the blush, and I think that just looks gross. It looks contaminated. but it doesn't show up very well. Yeah, I did see a swatch of that. Yeah, I'm with you, Nicole. Glow for going out and tone down for work. Yep. So let's see what happens if we just place this over the powder. And I think it looks just as well. So, okay, my plan of attack, what I will be doing then. So if I am wearing foundation, I'll do my foundation, concealer, I'll do my bronzer, aka contour, then set the entire face with this. If I feel like setting the contour in place, I'll go in with my Natasha Denona, and then we can put our blush on, because it worked out just fine. And I don't see any lifting or anything weird going on in there. And I know this isn't ideal, but I'm just curious. I want to see what happens if I put a little bit of this on my lid. Ooh. Now, I have super oily lids, so I know there is no way in heck that this would not crease. But I am just being curious. And I just got this everywhere as well. So let's just try something here, shall we? Let me see. I'm gonna take, because I know if this gets in the crease, I'm screwed. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a purple. A matte purple. I'm just gonna put that in here first. I'm just curious now, guys. I'm just playing around. Because I know if I get this in the crease, it is going to crease and be a hot, greasy mess. So let's just see. Interesting, interesting. What do you guys think? I guess I'll go ahead and do the other eye since I'm here. And I didn't put any primer down or anything. Maybe I should try. Maybe I should put some primer down on this eye. Why not? We're here. We're here. Let's do it. Just gonna put a little bit though, because I have no idea how this is gonna work. And just to let you guys know, these get dirty on the outside of the perimeter really, really fast. So, FYI. Yeah, it is pigmented. If you just take your finger, and you can take your fingers as well. Let's see. We take our finger and, okay, yeah. So if you want full on pigment on the cheeks, use your finger. I just got that everywhere. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna go back in with some of that purple matte shade in my crease, and then we'll put the cool berry all over the lid. Take that a little bit higher. All right. Now let's see how this lays down with the primer and if it alters it in any way. Nope, I don't notice any difference. Now I really want to make sure I get in my inner corner tight. So I'm going to take a pencil brush, just ever so slightly. Definitely think it goes on better on the eyes with your fingers. Just hard to get in that inner corner there. And then last but not least, because I'm just playing and I'm curious, I want to pop a little of this on my lips, but first what I'm going to do, I don't want to stick my finger in, put it on my lips, and put it back in here because that's just going to contaminate it. So I'm going to put some on 2 fingers. So I don't want to double dip. Well, let's just see. Kind of reminds me of an ABH gloss I had one time. I think it was called Saint Tropez. This is a monochromatic look, if there ever was one. Let's see. I'm going to take my thumb now. I think I better blot that down some. Yeah, I think maybe if I had something else on my lips and then I put this over it like a topper, I'm not into anything frosty looking on the lips, so I feel like this is like an old school 90s lip that I would see in a music video. Alright, yeah, let's just take that off because I don't like that on the lips. And then let's see, let's jazz up the eyes a little bit. Now I don't think my felt tip, yeah, with the exactly with the liner, with the liner. Okay, let me see. I don't know that my felt tip would glide over this, so I don't know that we can put the liner on top. But I'm gonna go in with some waterline liner here. And guys, I'm thinking I'm going to get a couple more shades in the future. AKA once my butt is back behind the chair doing hair. Yes, a liner for sure. What's up, girl? Jerem X, what's up? What's up? It could have paused. Live stream sometimes weird things happen. Yeah, with the liner, like a Faith Evans moment or a Mary J. Blige moment. Yeah, this is so. The blush applied. If you use your fingers, guys, you're going to get just beaming ultimate. Over here, this is just with my brush. But over here, with my finger, good lord, this is, yeah. And I can already hear the kids, my family now, like, your face is greasy. My face is always greasy. I have oily skin. See, they don't get it because they have dry skin. They're like, why is your face always so greasy? And I'm like, because I'm oily. Yeah, if this gets in your crease, sis, it's creasing. It's a cream. Nothing we can do about it. Let's put a little mascara on. I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was in my Simple Spring look. This Ila mascara, ILIA, in the shade After Midnight. You guys, I think we have a new favorite mascara. Anyone who lives in the southern part of the U.S. should not be asked that question. I'm telling you. Well, they live here. They live in North Carolina too. So I'm just kind of like, y'all. I don't know. So let me just. It's like I have oily skin, can't control that. Live in the South. I mean, that's just what it is. I will say, because I love Denver, Colorado, and whenever I'm there, my skin and my hair is thriving because there's no humidity in there. I have the best hair days. I have the best makeup days there. It's like, whoo. Rona pull up and say bye for real. I'm over Miss Rona. I'm so over her. It's like, can you please leave us be now? Like, we get it. All right, you're big, you're bad. We understand. You literally shut the entire world down. We get it. You're that girl. We understand. You came. You have proved the point. Rona is the epitome of a woman trying to prove a point to a man. Can I get an amen? Like, good grief. Yeah, so this will be the first and the last time that I put this blush on my eyelids. Like, it's cute if I was doing someone's makeup for a photo shoot and we were trying to go for like that glossy kind of, eclectic look. But just for the everyday, all day, yeah, nah, man. Ain't nobody putting no cream on their lids just for the fun of it, just to go to work. I'm not. My eyeshadow would be a hot mess. It's kind of like when that whole glossy eye thing was a trend. Amen. Everyone say amen. I'm telling you. Because I know how I can get when I'm trying to prove something to low. Like, Lord have mercy. I just said that to him earlier. I was just like, why do you have a hard time listening to me? Like, he was telling me something that in his man brain he thought was a fact. This is in regards to bodybuilding and building muscle. And I was like, no, honey, that's not right. And so he goes on Google. He's like, oh, well, on Google, I'm thinking, I have been doing bodybuilding for a year. I am currently studying to be a nutrition coach. I study this stuff. How you gonna tell me? Like, I know what I'm talking about, but, But I've learned sometimes it's just best to shut up and let them think what they think. Yeah, honey, Candace, listen. Yeah. I've had plenty of conversations with them before. I'm like, so do you think I know nothing? So you married someone who knows nothing, basically is what you've done. That's what you're telling me at this point. I feel insulted. This is character assassination. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Alternative facts, right? Straight up. Alternative facts for sure. And then, of course, later he comes back with his tail between the legs. Oh, yeah, well, and I'm like, I am your wife. I'm sitting here telling you what it is, and you still have to go research? Is this a matter of you not believing in me, or just a matter of you needing to be right? We know what it is. You just need to be right. Men. It's all about being right. All right, so let me zoom you in. This mascara, can you guys see? This mascara is so bomb. And it's got an interesting little situation. So around on this side here, and y'all aren't going to be able to see it that well because my focus is weird, but it's like a brush, but then on the top here, it's almost like a comb. I don't know. I'm living for this mascara right now. I'm not mad at it. Oh, 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 bring it back, bring it back. There we go. I'll try to see if I can get a better, in my next video, I'll make sure to get a better up close of it. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All, for sure. For sure. That's like my father-in-law. He calls Lo's brother Don Ingles, because in Spanish, Don is the top dog, like they know it all. And so since Matthew, who is 16, Lo's little brother, you know how 16-year-olds are, thinks he knows it all, so he calls him Don Ingles, which is hilarious. I think it's so funny. And then something else too. And again, I don't know if it's just mine. Maybe mine is broken. I don't know. Like, I'm the kind of person, I'm self-aware. AF, okay? If I don't know something, I'm going to say, I don't know. If something is out of my wheelhouse, I'm going to say, whoop, out of my wheelhouse. I am not sure. Not him. You think that fool going to say he don't know if he don't know? He's going to hit me with some BS nonsense. I'm like, I have a full working brain. I am intelligent. I know when you don't know. Like, stop BSing me, sir. And then he just starts laughing. I'm like, honey, it's okay not to know. I don't expect you to know it all. You have not arrived. You are not the next Messiah. It's okay. You know, it's all right. We can't know it all, you know. Like I say, I know a little bit about a little bit. I just got mascara on my nose. Don't you love it when that happens, when you get mascara on your nose? The best. The most amazing thing is when they come telling you, well, you, girl, listen, don't even start me. Don't even start me. And like it's the first time you both heard of the info. Like, yes, that I can't tell you how many times where I have tried to tell him something. I'm like, no, like this is what it is. Or we're having a conversation, or giving him an idea, something like, I know at one point we were talking about business advice. I will never forget it. And I was telling him, hey, trust me, I know from my own personal experience, like this is before he got Patchlock Deliveries, which is his business, and mine is House of Amber P, it's just beauty and fitness. And I was like, listen, I'm telling you this because I don't want you to struggle in the beginning how I struggled. So, you know, maybe take my advice. I don't know. We've been together for 6 years. You trust me, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. Won't try and hear it. Was not trying to hear it. A month later, oh, well, you know, I was thinking, and I kind of get this idea, and this fool rattles off everything that I said, the whole conversation. I'm looking at him like, so when I said it, no one was home. You weren't trying to hear it. But now, since you've had a month to kind of sit on it, let it settle, let it marinate, let it sizzle in your spirit, now you just, oh, I have a bright idea. Man, miss me with the nonsense. It's hilarious. It's quite comical. Marriage is funny, you guys. It is hilarious. They love looking smart. Yes. I let my husband have his moment. Oh, girl, I think that's all men. It's gotta be. It has got to be. It's wild, y'all. It is, like I said, it is quite comical. Okay, now hold on. Let me refocus. Focus and hold on. I don't want my computer to die. Let me plug this in the charger. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Coming. Just plugging the charger in. Okay, cool. All right. Ooh. And then for lip, because I love this Natasha Denona lipstick, you guys. So pretty. And then sometimes, like, we're just hanging out out of nowhere. I'll be like, "Lo." And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Tell me something. What's it like to know everything?" He gets so mad, but it's hilarious. um, I'm trying to get him to do like just more content with me because I mean, I feel like our conversations are hilarious. It's funny, like our personalities are night and day, night and day. If you've ever seen us on my stories before, you know it's funny. Oh, what color is this? This is 4B Naya, the best nude in the world. If you're in my shade, a little bit deeper, this is our nude, okay? If you don't have this nude, you need this nude. The formula is legit like butter. It's Natasha Denona, so hello, she's the formula queen. It smells good. It's got like a light, very faint vanilla smell to it. It sits on the lips. It's comfortable. It doesn't dry down. It's not matte. You will get transfer though. For me personally, I'm fine with transfer if it means I don't get butthole crusty lips. That is why I absolutely hate liquid lipsticks because I feel like first of all, you have to have the hand of a surgeon to put them on, okay? And if you have not prayed to God and the Holy Spirit, you're going to screw up. That's that. So once you've, got your hand steady, you've done all your praying, you get it on. Well, guess what? In a couple of hours after you've talked, had something to drink, it starts lifting, starts crusting over, okay? So unlike a normal lipstick, you can't just whip that bad boy out and put it on your lips. No, sis, you have to start from scratch. So now, because anytime I've ever tried to just go over a liquid lipstick, a mess, okay? A full-on mess. So now you have to go to the bathroom, stop what you're doing, get you some tissue, wipe it off. Guess what? Steady hand, and you praying all over again because now you have to reapply it. It's just, I can't be bothered with it. It's too much. It's just too much for me to bother with. I can't stand liquid lipsticks. I do have a few. If I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, the only one that I will wear are KVD because to me, those are the most comfortable ones. That's the only one I can do, but ABH, hers, do not like them at all. Love the lip glosses, but those matte lipsticks, those liquid lipsticks, I'm talking they will suck all of the moisture out of your body through your lips. It's not even funny. Okay, y'all can tell I haven't really been speaking to that many people because I'm super, super goofy and I'm extremely chatty. Also, I wanted to show you guys, because I don't think I showed you, in my bronzer video that I did, I have a video this week coming up. It's going to be bronzer swatches, comparisons. But in my video where I was talking about my new bronzers and blushes, I mentioned the NARS one, the Punta Cana, that I was oh so disappointed about. I don't think I showed you guys what it looked like. So I told you, beautiful dark chocolatey model. They had this bronzer on her. I'm not sure how, because this does not show up whatsoever. Haven't had a chance to make it to FedEx to return it, but this, can you see anything? No. You know why? Because it's not brown girl friendly. This sucks. You can't see anything. Like when I was putting this on my face, you should have saw me like going on, and the formula feels smooth. Like here, you won't. I'll put it right here because you won't see it. Nothing. Nothing. Nada. Yeah, that was a bust. Just wanted to show you guys that because I didn't show it to you on camera. all about the lip gloss. No doubt. I'm with you. No, that might as well be. Yes, yes, it is essentially Laguna on us. And the fact that I'm so over brands just kind of like gaslighting us with these shades, I'd rather you not even have, don't even show me a brown skin model if it doesn't work on them, because I feel like that is so insulting. And it's like, are you trying to play our intelligence? Don't do that. I feel like it makes the brand look bad as a whole, because your customer is going to eventually find out if this works on them or not, right? So you have a model, and the thing is, the model for this blush was deeper than me. Okay? So I was really thinking that this is going to work. She was deeper than me. So when you do that, and your customers, I feel like you tricked me for my Gucci. Like, what happened? What happened? Not cool. Not cool at all. I'll get off my soapbox now, and straight disrespectful. Straight up. Let me see. Did I miss a comment? No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's it. How long have we been on? Oh, we've been on for an hour. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Perfect, perfect. 100% over it. Yeah, it's just I don't even get it. It's just, what's the point? I feel like if anything, it just makes that brand look like a fool. It And especially today, we are in the trend of inclusivity, which I am not a trend. My skin tone is not a trend. I have been black every single day for the past 31 years. Like, it's not a trend. But oh, I saw that Tarte's coming out with concealers, which I feel like I feel like Tarte is a brand that's kind of struggling. I feel like Tarte, they just can't quite get right. But I saw they have new concealers. That's what we can do, because it's only 7 o'clock and I'm bored. I haven't talked to you guys, or anyone really for that matter. Let's look and see what's on sale. Let's look on Trend Move. Okay. Because there were a couple of new things. Trend Move. Okay, so I saw this last night, and I thought this was quite comical. So, Maybelline Fit Me. Everyone knows Maybelline Fit Me. I love Maybelline Fit Me. The matte and poreless. That's my favorite drugstore foundation, okay? Well, they have decided to take it upon themselves and repackage it. My thought process on this, if you ain't gonna give me a pump, leave it alone. Like, sometimes some things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is a situation where it wasn't broken. We just needed a minor tweak, and they just totally. Oh no, yeah, you can't buy a thing. You balled out. You can't buy nothing else. So just disregard everything that I'm about to say right now, because my friend, you can't buy anything else. But this is what they have done with the Maybelline Fit Me. So now it's basically like in a Capri Sun packet, and you squeeze it out. And I'm just kind of like, I get the idea. I get where you're going with that, because now you can get all the product out, right? But on the flip side, it's just kind of like, all you had to do was really give us a pump and keep it pushing. The foundation isn't expensive. I got mine from Target. I want to say it was like $6 or so. I don't know. It just makes me wonder, was it more cost efficient to do it this way than to give us a pump? I don't know. And don't worry, you guys. I don't have any recommendations. I'm not buying anything either, because I'm not working right now. But I did see that and thought that was very fascinating. There was something else. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Sorry, I got I got distracted. Urban Decay Cherry is 50% off on the Urban Decay site. That's pretty cool. All right, oh yeah, that's what I want to show you guys. Tarte concealers. Okay, so Tarte, they're trying. They're struggling, but they're trying. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Like, these are the shades. And with concealer, it's kind of like, no, you don't need a whole slew of 50 colors because it is concealer. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm indifferent. Yeah, guys, don't worry because there's really not much. There is not much lip oil. Yeah, there's really nothing. There's nothing. See, you guys are safe. Yeah, like I said earlier, the only thing as far as eyeshadow that I really, really wanted was the 420 palette. And I said at the very beginning of the live, in case you missed it, I was actually going to buy it. But the way Melt Cosmetics had that whole setup for the launch was just, in my opinion, a little wonky. You had to sign up for the newsletter so they could send you the password because you couldn't even access the website without the password, which for that, I understand just simply because Melt is apparently a very sought out brand. I've never tried anything from them, not because nothing caught my eye. I just hadn't gotten around to it. So I get with the password. Maybe they were trying to make sure the site doesn't crash. But what they messed up was they were kind of broadcasting this palette, the 420 palette, and making it seem like it was going to be available to purchase that day, which in theory, the only way you could purchase it was in the entire bundle. You couldn't just buy the packet on its own. So if you bought the bundle, you bought the eyeshadow palette, all the cream gel liners and the lipsticks, which I didn't want any of that. And then they had all of their cannabis apparel, so like the t-shirts and I guess it's the pipes. I don't know what it is. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not into cannabis, but I didn't want any of that. I just simply wanted the palette. So they just did a really bad job of that. And then I guess for the people that were trying to get the bundles, apparently there was only very, very minimal amounts. And I get it right now, just how things are, you know, just shipping is crazy. Things just aren't right. Things aren't normal right now. I just feel like maybe if they couldn't do the palette individually, then they should have just pushed the launch back because the majority of people wanted that palette. You know what I mean? Most people don't buy the full bundle when the collection comes out. It's normally the star player, which is the eyeshadow palette. That's what people are going for. But, nah. Yeah, Tarte, they struggle with the undertones. Tarte's a thing of the past. Your arms look good. Thank you. What happens if you accidentally poke a hole? That is a great, yeah. You're screwed. You're screwed. Oh, I missed some comments. I saw that. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, right, oh, just a pump. Yeah, they were just doing too much. I think Maybelline was just trying to be innovative and cool and make something new, but we ain't need anything new. We just need a pump. Like, keep it simple. Like I always say, keep it simple. No one was checking for that. Give us a pump. Also, really quick, let's talk about this because I feel like MAC has a special place in our hearts, right? I know for me, of course, like many of us, MAC is the first makeup brand that I got into. However, I feel like MAC is starting to get like Urban Decay, where they just can't let certain things go. Like, I love Selena. Selena is an icon. We've already had a Selena collection. We don't need another one. Like, why do they keep doing this? Like, yeah, okay, cool. Honestly, I'm going to keep a G with you. I think MAC collections are cheap. I never buy them. Whenever I go through, I look at them. The packaging doesn't feel like quality. I'm never into their collections. And we all know what happened with the Aaliyah collection. Was it last summer? That was a complete and total bust. They should have been ashamed of themselves. But, you know, Urban Decay, like they couldn't get off of the naked phase for a long time. It's just kind of like sometimes you gotta let stuff go and move on. You feel me? But yeah, guys, I think that's all I got for you because honestly, I don't really see too much here. Let me scrolling. Oh, there's Vi's art palette. This did catch my eye, the spritz, but it looks exactly like, not exactly, it's very reminiscent of Sunset by Natasha Denona. I know Alicia, she did a video on it, and I saved it in my watch later, so I gotta go check it out. Text message. So yeah, what about y'all? Y'all got anything? Anything you want to share? What do you think of the Paris edit? The Paris edit is in my shopping cart, sis. I'm just waiting to press the button. I like it. Velour liner, lash glue combo. I don't think I've seen this. Velour lashes, right? It's okay. There's so many other people they could collab with. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Now I have to find this velour lash combo situation because I have no idea what this is. If someone knows what or can find it on Instagram, can you please tag your girl? Because now I want to see. And that's the other thing too. I have been living my lash life. Okay, I have been loving lashes, and I'm actually on the hunt to find just a touch bit more expensive lash, just because it lasts longer if I am going to be wearing it on the regular basis. What lash glue that turns into liner when it dries? Well, I think that's kind of stupid because, well, I don't want to offend anybody. What if I don't want liner that day? Because I've been wearing my lashes without liner. What if I don't want to wear a liner? Then what? That's just me though. That's fascinating. On the flip side of that, I could see how maybe if you are someone who struggles with just lashes and liner in general, see, that's why it's not stupid. It's not stupid because if you are someone who struggles with the liner and the lashes, then yeah, maybe, yeah, I can see that. Oh, you tagged me. Thank you. Let's see. Makeup Shayla in this beautiful royal blue bikini. That looks amazing. Let's take a look, see. Oh, fascinating. Yeah. I mean, is it hard to get off? Huh. I wonder how hard that would be to get off because I guess my thing is if this is going to hold a lash on my eye, then it might be, it's probably has a little bit more of a girth of a hold to it. Because I know, you guys know, if you've worn lashes and you take them off, like you always have a little bit of it left over. You got to scrub kind of hard. I don't know. I get where they're going with it. I get it. Hmm. That is fascinating. Quite fascinating. All right, y'all. Well, I have to put the glue close to my lash line first. Ah, yeah. I love lashes. It's just hard to apply them sometimes. It is hard. Lashes is one of those things where, unfortunately, you just have to keep doing it to get better at it. I mean, there are a couple of tips and tricks, but it's just going to depend and vary on your eye shape. I know for me, I have very curly lashes. My lashes curl up, so I have to kind of go back and drop the lash on, which at first very tricky, but it's just one of those things. I totally get it. I knew what you meant. Y'all, I am not the grammar police. I'm cool at figuring things out. I get it. I'm the typo queen. If you follow me on Insta stories, you know I always have typos. All good. All good. I can most definitely do a video on lashes. You gave up. Don't give up, sis. It just takes practice. You know what? Now's the perfect time to practice because no one's going anywhere, and maybe you can just sit down, give yourself 20 minutes, and just try to apply your lashes. I'll never forget the first time I tried to wear false lashes was at the salon holiday party. My first one ever. This has been probably, well, I've been there for 8 years. So yeah, this was 7 years ago. And I was like, okay, did my makeup, had a cute dress. This is going to be banging. I'm going to wear lashes for the first time. You guys, I glued my eyes shut. I had glitter on, full bold red lip, the works. I was on top of my counter trying to open my eye. It was a hot mess. My eye was bloodshot red all night long. It was terrible. It was terrible, but you know, you live and you learn. You figure it out. You figure it out. So what's on the agenda for this week? Oh yeah, I've got my little special thing that I'm launching next week, next week. And then this week's videos, we're going to be talking about bronzers. I'm going to be doing bronzer comparisons. And then I will probably go ahead, yeah, and do my wear test with these. I would have passed out from anxiety. Well, I had a drink, so it was cool, sis. It was all right. And then I've been really thinking about this because I have been getting so many text messages. Like, it has been extremely overwhelming in regards to hair coloring, what to do. I am a professional. That is what I do for a living. And I feel like I understand why one would need to color their hair at home, color their hair themselves. I get it, but there are also a bunch of other things that go into it, and I think now is probably a good time to talk about that. So if that is something that you guys would be interested in hearing, hair color, my thoughts behind it, I can give you a long list of why it's not a good idea, just simply because when things go wrong, if you're not familiar with the chemistry of hair and color theory, it can be a hot mess. So, $1,000,000 question. Are box dyes safe for natural hair? Box dyes aren't safe for anyone's hair. Doesn't matter if you are natural, relaxed, if you are a white woman with blonde hair, if you're Latina with brown hair, no matter what, like box color, it doesn't matter what type of hair you have, where you fall in. The thing is, with box color, why it's not good for anyone's hair. Box color, and I'll go into detail about it in the video, box color, you have no control. So let's say you come into me to get your hair color. I am custom mixing everything. So I know exactly the ammonia developer that I have. I know exactly which colors I need to use. I have to look at the level of your hair because hair comes in levels. Like, a lot of people will say, oh, you know, I don't like a chocolate caramel color. Well, in professional color, colors don't have names. It's all numbers and letters. So 2 being the darkest, all the way up to 11, which is platinum blonde. Okay, so I have to look at where you fall. Where are we starting at? Let's say you're level 3 and you want to go up a couple of levels. I have to know which developer to use. And then, are we doing neutral? Are we doing cool? Is your hair going to pull warm? Is this going to be ashy? So when I do it, it's controlled. But when you get a box color, it's not controlled. You don't know what developer you're using. Most people have no idea what level their hair is. Do you have virgin hair? Do you already have color on your hair? Because if you already have color on your hair, baby, you about to run into a whole heap of a problem. So that is the issue with box color. The only time when I say go ahead and box color your hair is if you are a client and you are someone who is just doing a root touch up on grays and you're just depositing, meaning you're just going to be going dark, you're not going light. Cool, because I get it. You want to cover your grays, no problems. But once you get into trying to lift your hair, that's a whole different ball game. Just doing your roots for a root touch up, that's easy. You can't screw that up. no problem. Once you get into lightening and doing all these other things, that's where it gets tricky. So you guys just got a little brief on my hair color video. There's a quarantine chat about helping her clients dye hair. Oh, that's a dope idea. You have a really bomb stylist. That's awesome. Oh wow, that's cool. Just stick with the professional. Yeah. After my big chop last year, I haven't dyed my hair again, and it's healthier than ever. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. A lot of people think, oh, well, you know, especially if you have natural hair, they think, oh, well, you can't color your hair if you have natural hair. You guys, I have had blonde natural hair for a hot minute now, and my hair is fine. However, I get my hair done by a professional. I get my hair done in the salon. Now, I'm not going to lie. Did I color my hair on quarantine? Yes, I did. However, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and I know my limits. And I totally think, you know, especially when it comes to being natural, there are a couple of things that you kind of have to keep in mind, especially when you are going lighter. You have to really, really assess the elasticity of the hair. You have to know, especially if you're using bleach, you have to know how strong is this hair, how much lightener, how much bleach can this hair handle. Because if I'm working with someone that just has curly hair, and if they have a very, very soft texture curly hair and it's finer, gotta be super, super careful. Fine curly hair is the hardest hair to work with. It's the hardest hair to work with because it is very, very hard to detangle. It tangles easily. If you're coloring it, it shoots up really, really fast. The elasticity, you can really, really jack up the hair. Hair that's like a lot of people, oh, 4C hair is the hardest. I don't even like 4C because I don't like the term 4C because hair typing doesn't serve us. It doesn't matter how tight your hair is. It's all about the elasticity and the porosity of it. But fine curly hair is the hardest hair because there are just so many obstacles that you have to come across with that. You gotta know what you're doing when you're doing it. And I've had quite a few fine curly hair people come to me like, oh, I want to be this blonde. And I have to tell them, baby, we're not going that blonde today because if not, you're gonna have a pixie cut when we leave. So if you don't want the hair to fall off onto the floor, then you need to let me do what I need to do to keep your hair healthy because I am not going to risk the integrity of your hair because you're trying to be platinum for the summer and have a hot girl summer. Not doing it. Thank you. That explains why my stylist told me don't do it. We will work something out to do your color. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, you guys, listen. I know there are some stylists out there and, you know, they just want a quick money grab. I am not like that. I have a conscience and I have a spirit, and I have turned down $300 color services before because I knew your hair was going to fall out of your head, and I just simply could not have that on my conscience. Like, if something is going to ruin the integrity of someone's hair, I don't care what the price tag is on it, I'm going to tell you no. Do I want to make the money? Yeah, I got to keep the lights on in here, but at the same time, not at the expense of screwing up someone's hair. So, nice little hair chat. Or something that'll happen. Hey guys, just a heads up. My camera battery is flashing that it's dying. So if this bad boy shuts off in the middle, I love you. That's what happened. But something that I see a lot where clients will come to me and it's like, oh, well, I box colored my hair the first time and it was fine. Then the second time I did it, I don't know what happened. Again, first time, okay, maybe you can go and buy the same thing the next go around, but maybe the developer that you were using this go around, maybe it was a little bit stronger than it was the first time. Maybe it was a little bit lower. You don't know. It's not controlled. I had one client, she told me, this is like when I first started doing hair, I will never forget it. She had like a beautiful, it was like an ash tone blonde. It looked really, really pretty on her. She had this beautiful, really, really caramel complexion, and the color was beautiful. But then once she pulled down her hair was green. And I was like, whoa, why is your hair green at the roots? What happened? And she said, I don't know. I've been using the same exact box color for 2 years, but for some reason this time my hair went green. And that's the other thing too. Sometimes things like that do happen. So let's say you're doing your hair, and let's say maybe your hair is orange, because I know for a lot of people that is typically the problem. Your hair ends up going orange. Well, you have to be familiar with the color rule. You have to know how to neutralize it. You have to know how to tone it. You have to know how long to leave it on, because if you leave it on too long, you'll overtone. But then if you don't leave it on long enough, then you still have brass. Same thing with the color. If you're lightening your hair, especially, when your hair is lightening, it goes in levels. So if we don't want it to be orange, we gotta push it a little bit past that. But the thing is, if you don't leave it on long enough, it's gonna be orange. Or if you push past it, now you might risk over processing your hair, and guess what? It's gonna snap off. All right, where are we at? Okay, hour and 30 minutes. You guys, I love you. Stay safe, stay prayed up, stay positive. If you're not feeling positive, that is all right. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. I know when I was going through my little moment, I was keeping stuff in. As soon as I started talking, I felt better. Get it off your chest, release it. This too shall pass, you guys. Sadly enough, I had locks in the lady over processed. Oh no, over processed my hair, and they started separating like cotton. Oh no, my hair never recovered. I'm so sorry. I've colored locks before. That's a different ball game too. Ugh, that sucks. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. You know the deal. I love you. Keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.